Hello everyone, I'm Yulubini Valerie Patton and we're back with another live session of What the Film, a segment purely dedicated to helping you navigate through one of the most time-taking, grueling experiences of life. And that is coming up with a movie watch list for date nights, alone times, and family movie nights. Yes, we've made your lives a tad bit easier by using our sources and resources to find out which films are worth your time this week. That includes theatrical film releases from last week as well as the upcoming Friday. To help me help you, today I have with me a dear colleague Bhavna Arya. Bhavna, lovely to have you. Welcome back.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you so much. And it's great to get in live with you again.
Yes, how have you been? It's been a long time since we last sat down like this, right? A lot has
Yeah,
happened since then.
it's been crazy. I have been watching movies like
Uh-huh.
I do.
Mhm.
Not in the theaters, but yeah, definitely on Netflix and other platforms, OTT platforms.
Uh-huh.
So it's been good. Yeah.
As we're waiting for more viewers to join us, tell me about your Oscar experience. Come on. For every
Oh
Indian,
God.
it was a huge proud moment, right? You tell me how you felt.
It was amazing. Like I had my fingers crossed, but I knew already that Natu is gonna bring us the award
We all,
for
uh,
sure. Everybody knew. I think everybody knew about the award being
uh-huh.
received by Kiravani and the RRR team. I am so happy for them, and also about the Elephant Whisperers team. I mean,
Whisperers, yes.
they literally and Guneet Monga's speech, acceptance speech, has been like
Really
very inspiring. I
heartwarming.
must,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, I
And
must
this is her
say,
second Oscar, by the
yeah,
way.
this is. I mean, she's not new to the Oscars, and she knows how to deliver speeches, how to address people at such stage. And talking of addressing, how can I not mention Deepika Padukone, who was looking glamorous, gorgeous, and
Absolutely.
as always, and she literally took everyone by storm when she like
Exactly.
literally.
I mean, this time her stylist really stepped up. I mean, she
Yeah.
looked gorgeous, flawless, no?
Yeah, she was looking flawless, and the way she has introduced the movie, it was such a proud moment for India, because any other Hollywood
Absolutely.
celebrity doing it wouldn't have make a difference as much as Deepika doing it would had made. So
Of course,
I
and
too
she was very, very candid. She was smiling, she was taking a
yeah.
pause, she was taking in the audience's reaction. It was very natural, and that's what I love the most about Deepika's presentation.
Yeah, and her outfit, I think that was really well thought, and that was literally, I mean, perfect. Everything was
Exactly,
together.
exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, Bhavna, imagine who would have thought that this year Indians would make such a big indelible mark globally. I mean,
Yeah.
Natu Natu from SS Rajamouli's RRR, it ended up winning the best original score, as you and I know. And you and
Mhm.
I are, we're sort of storytellers and content creators, right? So
Hmm.
many a times we write about how a certain, experience was spine chilling or sort of a goosebump inducing experience and whatnot. But honestly, seeing composer M.M. Kirwani and lyricist Chandra Bose ascend the stage to receive their award, I literally felt goosebumps. The kind
Yeah.
that I usually write about, but seldom feel. It was
And
surreal,
and
really.
and Valerie, I must mention,
Hmm.
Lady Gaga was the first among the first ones to cheer up for India for the
Exactly, she
award,
was
and I was
standing.
so mesmerized by the way she was cheering for India. I thought she must be expecting herself to win, but when Natu was announced, she was literally enthralled and she cheered for India. So that is one
If
of the big
yeah,
factors.
exactly. If Indians were not already a fan of Lady Gaga, after watching this, they will be. She
I'm sure.
stood up, she's
I'm sure.
cheering, she's smiling. I mean, oh God, that's what true sportsmanship is all about.
Hmm.
She took
And
it in a very good stride. Hmm.
exactly. And Valerie, I must mention, this is not the first time the Bollywood, the regional cinema is making a mark at the international awards. Before
Okay.
this, Golden Globe has also been received for the same song by M.M.
Absolutely.
Keeravani and the
Mhm.
MDRR team. So this is such a victory for Indian cinema and Indian filmmaking in the
Mhm.
true sense. And at that time as well, Rihanna congratulated the RRR team, which was one of the biggest moment of the Golden Globes.
I
So
know, I know.
we are just firming things on the international level. See,
I know, truly, truly. So, Bhavna, on that note, let's look at the recent releases in Bollywood. With the hope that maybe these films might reap the benefits of the seeds sowed by RRR and the Elephant Whispers. Let's talk about Ranbir Kapoor and Shraddha Kapoor's Tu Jhooti Main Makka. It released on Holi. You wanna start talking about it?
yeah, uh, Valerie, I literally had so much of hopes, so many hopes
Mhm.
from Ranbir Kapoor and Shraddha
Mm,
Kapoor's film. There was
mm.
so much of hype before the movie got released,
Yes,
and
yes, absolutely.
Shraddha Kapoor, people were looking forward to watch her on screen, and
Mhm.
Ranbir Kapoor, who has already created magic on the screen with
Uh-huh.
Brahmastra. So
Mhm.
I think this was a visual treat for all the Ranbir Kapoor and Shraddha Kapoor fans.
Mhm.
And even before the movies released, the songs were being live.
Of course.
As always, Ranbir Kapoor's films, one of the songs from the film becomes a party number. So that happened, and there are a lot
Mhm.
many songs in the film which already connected with the people. So
Mhm.
that is one of the things, and also. Love Ranjan is one director that brings in a lot into a love story. It's not a simple love story. When we talk about his previous films, Pyar Ka
Mhm.
Panchnama, he has always got some reality hint to it, to the stories that he direct, and I always
I'd
love
like
that
to
factor about.
contradict you on that, but I'll do that later once you finish. Hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I really like the movie by the trailer. I haven't watched it yet, and I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to watch it when it comes to OTT.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I had great hopes, and I'm looking forward to watch it on the screen. Now you tell
Right.
me what is your version of it.
Well, Bhavna, basically, before we get into the nitty gritties, I want to start off with the facts, the box
Hmm.
office collection, and the numbers of the film, right? Because
Yeah.
it helps, right? So I'll tell you, according to film analyst Taran Adarsh, on the day of its release, which is Wednesday, the film collected rupees 15.73 crore.
Mhm.
Thursday, it collected 10.35 crore.
Mhm.
Friday, it collected 10.52 crore. Saturday, 16.72 crore. Sunday, 17.8 crore. Monday, 6.05. Tuesday, again, rupees 6 crore. So now the tally is around rupees 82 crore. I mean, these are the numbers that were being shown at the moment. And Bhavna, as for the film, well, I'm just giving you my opinion. It's your typical modern age rom com, boy meets girl, boy falls in love while the girl just wants to have fun.
Yeah.
Reality hits and family gets involved and it gets messy. Ranbir, of course, he returns in his same Casanova image. And
Yeah.
Shraddha, well, at least she's not the goody two shoes type girl here. But once again, earlier you were talking about Love Ranjan, so I'm going to emphasize on this. Once
Mhm.
again, Love Ranjan, who is known for his monologues, he sort of overdid it to the point of being boring and not in
Mhm.
tandem with the story, right? That's what
Yeah.
I feel. And like most
Uh,
of his films, and
mhm.
like most of his films, it's a little problematic in the sense that it's a bit misogynistic and sexist. The roles. When you watch the movie, you'll get to know that. All in
Mhm.
all, I honestly wouldn't recommend the film. It just lacks too many things, and
Mhm.
it's as bland as khichdi. Not even the good kind of khichdi that we steal from, sick
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
So that's that's what I feel. But what about the reactions on social media? I am sure you've been following the reactions of TJMM.
Yeah, yeah. I have been following the reactions, Valerie, and there are very mixed reactions of the film on social media so far. I've seen people have some of the people have loved it. Some of the people said that it's an average movie. So there are very mixed reactions on social media. So far, the collections are also going good for the movie. So I
Mhm.
hope going forward it will
I
do
think,
good.
yeah, I think by the weekend it will cross the 100 crore mark
100 crores, yeah.
because it's
And
already the.
yeah, and you were speaking of monologues in Tu Jhoti Main Makar. So I
Yeah.
must tell you, Kartik Aryan is a monologue king because
Uh,
he cemented his dialogue from Pyar Ka Panchnama,
Priyanka
and
Panchnama.
that has been a total uh, show stealer for him. Every
Of
time Kartik Aryan,
course. Absolutely.
exactly,
Love Ranjan
absolutely.
cannot take the same formula to every film that he's bringing, right? I mean, a
Yeah,
lot of the reactions of on Twitter that I watched, they're saying that it's like a mashup of all Ranbir Kapoor films. Like the
yeah.
first piece is kind of Ye Jawani Hai Diwani and
Ye
his
Jawan, yeah,
Casanova
right.
Wala. And then the
Mhm,
second phase is like the rock star, A Dil Hai Mushkil, Love Lorn,
mhm,
Lover Boy. So these
mhm.
are the things that people are saying on social media, but then of course, reviews are always based on personal opinion and the kind of films that we like to watch on a general basis, right? So
Yeah.
for me, even though I wouldn't recommend it, you're saying that people should at least watch it once, right?
Yeah, it's a one-time watch. By the trailer, I'm making that opinion, and I'll definitely watch it once it comes to the OTT platform, whichever
Right, right.
platform it comes to. But yeah, and for those who are looking for a kick factor in TJMM,
Uh-huh.
is that Kartik Aryan has got a cameo in the movie that I came to
You're
know
not
about.
supposed to give away spoilers, Bhavna.
So
This,
all the Kartik Aryan fans can go
that's
and
okay, that's okay.
watch the
Huh?
movie.
So
So
there are some
yeah,
interesting cameos coming up in the film.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
which
sure.
are noteworthy, right?
Yeah,
Right,
definitely.
Bhavna. So since there's a lot happening this week in Bollywood, we'll move on to the next. We'll talk about Rani Mukerji's Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway. The
Yeah,
film, directed by Ashima Chibbard, it will release this Friday, March 17. Most Indian mothers tend to do, like
yeah,
she's unable to understand why feeding a child with her hand would be construed as force feeding and used as a, pretext to accuse her of being an unfit mother. In India, that's very common, like putting kajal
yeah,
on your child's,
right. Yeah,
nazar na
forehead.
lagi, all of this, sleeping with your
Mm-hmm.
children. It's very
Mm-hmm.
natural in India, right?
Yeah, it
So
is.
I think the film is primarily about a clash of culture of sorts. Now, Bhavna, you tell me, what are your expectations from this movie? Because we've all read the story, it's been documented in news for the longest time. What do you feel? What
So,
can they bring
Valerie,
different?
by the looks of the trailer and what I've watched by the early reviews as well, I feel the movie is going to do good for Rani Mukherjee, especially this time she has returned in a non-glamorous role.
Of course.
And yeah. So her last film was, as far as I remember, was Bunty or Bubbly, which didn't do well for her. So
2021, yes.
yeah. So I feel this should do the magic for her. Her fans are, like always, looking forward to watch her on screen, and the story is also heart wrenching when it
Yes,
comes
it
to
is.
a mom
Absolutely.
caring for her for her kids, and the struggles and the pain that is shown in the trailer. We really empathize with her. So that is one of the things that I believe will pull the audience to the theaters. One of the things that I didn't like in the trailer, as far as I've seen, is Rani Mukherjee's Bengali accent. So she being a
There's a lot of
she
debate about that, actually, huh?
yeah. I'm not. I'm sure there must be different opinions about it, but so far I believe she, being a Bong, should have done very good with a Bong accent. But I think that might be the demand of the character that she performed it that way. But I think she should have done better with the accent. Rest, the story is adapted from a real life story, so that should definitely work for her. I truly believe that people will come at least for to witness Rani Mukherjee on the screen, especially after 2021. So yeah.
Of course, I think you're absolutely right with that point. People will obviously come to watch Rani Mukerji in the theaters because it's a different kind of a role, and she's
Yeah.
playing the mother. She's playing the role of a mother, and the story sort of connects with Indian audience. Who doesn't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
animation drama, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
and of course, it's established that Rani Mukherjee is a brilliant actor. We've seen
Yeah.
her on big screen for the longest time, and she does not need to prove that she's a great actress. We already know that.
Yeah.
But I will just give you a little heads up. I was reading some of the early reviews from the film, right? And a
Mhm.
lot of critics have said that the dialing up of theatrics, it's just too much in the film.
Mhm.
Everything is either black or white. I mean, Rani Mukherjee's character's family is soft-spoken, sensitive, and then her husband, played by Anirudh
And
Bhattacharya, I think.
then- Mhm.
His family is selfish and mean. So it's either black or white, and it's always Deepika the good versus the rest of the world who is bad. So
Yeah.
that's a problem that a lot of critics have pointed out, that she is the personification of Mother India in the film, and that's
Mhm.
where the problem lies. She's not shown as a human. They've melodramatized everything. So that's something that a lot of people are complaining about.
Mhm.
Hmm. So
So that
anyway,
is
please continue, Bhavna. I'm sorry.
so that is one of the things that I would also like to see as soon as the figures come out.
There's not a lot of buzz around the film because I think the
Yeah.
filmmakers have consciously chosen not to really promote it in that sense. But
Yeah.
there's another film coming up on the 17th of March, releasing the same day as Mrs. Chatterjee versus Norway. And I'm sure you know about that. It's Nandita Das's Zwigato. So,
Yeah.
Bhavna, tell me something. Yeah, of course, the protagonist in the film is Kapil Sharma, the comedian. Before we start talking about the film, I wanted to ask you: do you like Kapil Sharma as a comedian?
Of course, I do. I mean, India's comedic king Kapil Sharma
Uh-huh.
has had his own journey of
Uh-huh.
struggles and rising. So
Mhm.
I would love to watch him on screen. Even though he has had two movies released beforehand, but
Comedy,
I
yeah.
would love
Kiss,
to.
kiss,
Yeah, I
Firangi
would.
and Kiss, Kiss Ko Pyar Karo.
Kiss Kiss Ko Pyar Karo and Firangi, and these movies didn't
It
get
didn't do
so
it.
much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So for that, I would love to watch him again on the screen and uh, see. I really enjoy watching his shows, the Kapil Sharma show, and every episode has got something or the other to talk about. So recently, Anurag Kashyap came on the show and he complimented Kapil for because everybody when we talk about Kapil, everybody expects him to make people laugh, but this
Exactly.
time this time he has made Anurag Kashyap cry. So I think this is truly an inspirational story for everyone. As I have seen in the trailer, Kapil Sharma as a food delivery guy goes through the brainstorming and the challenges in the life of a food delivery person. As the name itself has come from two food delivery application of
Which were
the
not
movie name.
mentioned.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that is there, and we have also got Shahana Goswami in the film. Then there is Tushar Acharya,
She's a
Disha
brilliant
Dalli.
actress. Shahana
So
Goswami is a great
I
actor.
I I literally like her movies, and the story of the movie, as I told you already, revolves around the character Manas, played by Kapil Sharma. Manas lost his job as factory floor manager, and then after that, he during the pandemic, and he later joined the delivery app Zwigato to earn a livelihood for his family. So the struggles and the challenges, and how his wife takes over a job to support him, and how he goes through the journey of his life, forms the plot of the film. And I think this is literally very, very connectable for the people. I think the normal people's, the common man will definitely connect with it, and definitely go to watch the movie.
Yeah,
And by the
I agree with you there, Bhavna, because of late, of recent years, or of the last 1 decade, what we've noticed is that most of the Bollywood films that are coming up, because obviously, I mean, the directors are also catering to the masses, right? What the mass want to
Yeah,
watch. So
right.
the stories have mostly been about, somebody is a software engineer, somebody is somebody is a doctor. So all the roles have been of upper class people, right?
Yeah,
Somebody who's taking a break and all that. But finally, after a long time, I mean, in the good old days, there was Amitabh Bachchan who was playing a coolie, the working class,
mm,
the
yeah,
people. They used to make films on that, and it was beautiful. I mean, I loved watching such films. And I'm so happy that Nandita Das has actually brought that back,
yeah,
trying to shift from the current Bollywood trend. So I'm really looking forward to watch that. And of course, Kapil Sharma in a non-comedy role. He is a
mhm,
great comedian, of course, but I don't want to typecast him as yet. I want to see him experiment with roles. I'm sure he can do a lot. If he can make us laugh, I'm sure he can make us cry too. And with this film, I'm hoping he can make us cry because the story is actually very good. It was written during the pandemic. They started shooting it around the pandemic when everybody was at home, and we used to see we used to see food delivery platforms coming and delivering us food without knowing what they're going through, what's happening in their minds. So Nandita Das is going to show us that, and I hope it comes out. It makes us feel something.
yeah, yeah. It
That's
will
what.
definitely, because after a long time we are witnessing a story that is very much relatable to the common people and
Of
the
course, of
general
course.
audience, who would love to, because every other day we see a hero dancing out of the screens, and making people laugh, and
Absolutely, and
entertaining
that's
others,
the point.
entertaining others.
Uh,
This is one of the
I,
times that we'll definitely get to see the reality, and we'll
of
definitely
course.
get to relate with it. Yeah.
Yes, Bhavna. Before we wrap up, I'd just like to tell our viewers that Zwigato has been making the rounds of the film festival circuit much before its release. So it had its world premiere at the 47 Toronto International Film Festival, and then after that, they had it was followed by Asian premiere at the Busan International Film Festival,
Yeah.
and the movie was also screened at the International Film Festival of Kerala. So, just telling you all that it has received a lot of critical acclaim so far. So let's hope that the critical acclaim can sort of match up with the box office numbers, and the audience is also in tandem with what the critics have talked and have felt about Zwigato.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Bhavna, before we leave, which are the movies you're recommending quickly, and which are the movies you recommend people should not be watching at the theaters?
So, before we get to the wrap, I would definitely like to recommend the movie Kapil Sharma starrer movie Zwigato. Zwigato. I would definitely want people to watch it, because it's not every day that we get to see such real life stories. So I think we should appreciate it. And already, as you told already, the movie has been premiered at lot many film festivals. So I think this is one movie that people should go and watch once. I would also recommend watching Shraddha Kapoor and Ranbir Kapoor's TJMM for once, because I think every now and then you have the urge to just get the romantic out of your head, and I just need to witness that masala entertainer. So that is what you can look forward to and watch in the theaters. And these are the two recommendations. I think Rani Mukherjee starred film Norway. I think people can watch it once it comes to OTT, because there is not so much of hype around the movie, and
Of
the
course.
reviews are also like the same. So I would just recommend that they watch the movie once it comes to OTT. So yeah.
Bhavna, I'm also going to be as lenient as you, and I'm
Mhm,
going to recommend all three films, and I'll tell you why. In short,
mhm,
I would recommend to Jyoti Memakar because Ranbir Kapoor and Shraddha Kapoor, they look beautiful together and they look gorgeous in every frame. So you should at least watch the film once to, look at their chemistry, and even the film is not that bad. I mean, of course, you don't go in expecting a very intellectually intriguing film, but just for beautiful people and a light story. As
mhm,
for Mrs. Hulapu about the big American dream, Indians, going abroad and settling down there and starting a new life, but there are some dark sides to it as well. And the film
right.
deals with that, so I would recommend people watch it at least once, even if you've read the news clippings, right? Even if you've read the news and all of that. Thirdly, I would recommend Zwigato because we've loved Kapil Sharma as a comedian, and I would like the others to give him a chance to prove himself as an actor and not just as a comedian. Of course, and the story, and there's Nandita Das, that's the icing on the cake. So, for all these reasons, and that's a wrap, I think, Bhavna. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your insights into which films to watch and to avoid. Hopefully, I'll see you soon now.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you.
Right, thank you. And the viewers, you can join us every Wednesday at 5 p.m. to get the lowdown on which films to watch and which films to avoid. Bye, take care. Bye, Bhavna. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.